I figured out all the spawning mechanics for Royal Multitools, so I thought I'd make this quick guide on the best and most efficient way to find them in the new No Man's Sky Sentinel update. There is also something to be wary about as of this video's release, a bug that will hopefully be fixed soon. Firstly, I'm going to rip the band-aid off. I'm fairly confident that you can only find these as C-Class, at least for the moment. I'm of this mind as so far no one has found any different, and it does make a logical sense. Hello Games may have chosen to have them spawn this way so that it takes some genuine effort to obtain a good one. As we can all just tell each other where to find one. If it's not S-Class, whoever is getting it still needs to put in the effort for earning 85,000 nanites to make it S-Class. Now that is out the way, finding an epic design is easier than you may think. It's down to how they work. They are very similar to standard multi-tool cabinets, with one major difference. It appears as though Sentinel pillars have one of two types of multi-tool available, and this is normal or royal. If it is a normal type, then it will have multi-tools from the standard pools in that system. On top of that, all normal type ones I have seen have been A-Class. As with the standard multi-tool cabinet, you can access the different planetary multi-tool model pools by landing on a planet and reload your game. Upon return to the cabinet, you will see a multi-tool from the planet you loaded your save on. I won't go too deep into this, but each planet and the space station has a multi-tool pool. Each pool has anywhere from 1 or 2 to 7 or more multi-tool models. Each model has a default class, and that class defines what cabinet it can show up in. Each cabinet also has a class to define what multi-tools it allows to spawn inside it. If the multi-tool default class is A, then it may appear in cabinets with a B, A or S class rating, and it will appear as the class of the cabinet. So when you are looking for an S-class version of a multi-tool, you are actually looking for an S-class cabinet, in a system where you have found a nice looking multi-tool with a default class of A. And you kind of have to hope that it has priority over any other possible A-class multi-tools in that pool, which is usually the case if you saw it in an A-class cabinet. While all that doesn't specifically fit how Royals spawn, it is very relevant to multi-tool hunting, and I thought it worth explaining for any of you would-be hunters out there. So, from my limited testing, it appears that Sentinel pillars that house normal type multi-tools can have its multi-tool rotated through the planetary pools by landing on the planets, saving, reload, then head back to check it. It will change the multi-tool present there, but it will never be a royal multi-tool. If the Sentinel pillar is a royal multi-tool pillar, it will always house a royal multi-tool, and from what I've seen it will always be C-Class. This appears to be some kind of system where if the seed is right it overrides a standard function and makes it royal, maybe in a similar way to crash sites and living ships. And yes, that does mean that when you find a royal multi-tool you can mark the location and change the multi-tool in the pillar to a different royal type design by landing on the other planets and the station, saving then reloading. When you go back it will show the royal multi-tool for that planet or station. I found my first Royal MT in the UAS original capital in Euclid, the White Sun system. It is on the planet New Londinium. As there are 2 planets in the system, there are 3 total Royal multi-tool designs you can obtain from that pillar. A blue-grey one with golden detail, an orange one with silver detail and a bright yellow one. Blue-greys from the space station, orange from New Londinium and bright yellow from Londinium. If you want this multi-tool or any royal and you want it as S-Class, you will need 85,000 nanites to upgrade it at the console by the MT Tech vendor on any space station. Then either some units or multiple expansion slots to upgrade its slot quantity to 24. Currently its stats are a bit lacking. The test one I upgraded had a damage bonus of 16, a mining bonus of 29% and a scan bonus of 100%. It may be that it uses the same scale as an experimental, and the one I found, which is the Station Blue-Grey one from that system, just had bad stats. As it's worth considering that, like with ships, if you upgrade a multi-tool, the stat bonuses it has will be the same for everyone who upgrades the class of that specific multi-tool. This adds another level in hunting raw multi-tools, as it is worth doing a test upgrade to find out what its S-Class stats are, and this can only reliably be done on PC, due to requiring the save editor to see raw values, which I'm not a big fan of. Then again, does that extra few percent really matter for most players? As for finding those Royal Sentinel pillars, the best and only known way, other than randomly stumbling upon them, is fighting Sentinels until you reach rank 5. After defeating the Walker and its horde of merry battlebots, you will get a waypoint to a pillar. I did test battling at a pillar and it did send me to a different one. I can't be certain if continuing that trend would continue to find new pillars or loop back, but scanning is a lot more refined nowadays, so it shouldn't loop. Even with that, you still need to find your first pillar. The quickest way is to simply scan for a manufacturing facility or an operations centre using the green planetary charts. Either of those will do. The operations centre will have Sentinels patrolling, the manufacturing should have a drone or two, and if in doubt, blasting the doors in will bring them to you. While not often necessary when you want to find a Sentinel in the wild, it can sometimes be annoying, so this just provides a 100% way to get them without messing around. Now, there is something iffy going on as of releasing this guide, which I am certain will be fixed soon. This is a bug where if you obtain a Royal Multitool, it will override the model of any other Multitools you have, leaving their tech and stats intact, but changing their model. It may be possible to retroactively fix this, but I just don't know, so I would personally prefer to play it safe. I'd also recommend everyone make backups before loading up the game after an update. When this issue is fixed, I will note that it has been fixed in the pinned comment, so check down there to ensure you are good to go. In the meantime, you can still locate cool MTs ready for when the fix is in place. This video is a little more raw data and less fancy graphics than usual, so I'm hoping I didn't bore you to death. But if you enjoyed it, please consider thwacking the like button to help the video get purchased in search. If you feel like supporting Xaine's World, you can check out all the Swish ways to do so in the pinned comment. I wish you a fantastic day, interlopers.